Hello, my name is Chris Palmer, and in today's video, I want to discuss backlinks, the types of backlinks that you could and should be using for your link building campaigns. Now, during this video, I want to touch on numerous different types, but I don't want to give you definitions of a particular link type because you can go anywhere and find that. So instead, what I'll do is I want to cover the backlink and link building types that I covered in my 60-day link building SEO strategy videos. Right here, this purple block here, I have 50 links that someone sent to me. It's 50 places you can go and get high DA links. It's right here. I'll share that with you at the end if you stay through the entire video. And this is a video to clarify those backlinks and the different types and what I feel about those backlink types. So what are niche edits? So this was a very common question that I was continuously receiving that were just starting out, or maybe they have not heard about a link insertion or a niche edit. And really, at the end of the day, that's exactly what a niche edit is. A niche edit is simply a link insertion, but a lot of the times, what you'll come to find is these lower level, cheaper tier PBN providers are offering niche edits. But really, at the end of the day, a true niche edit should be a link insertion into a web page that is already established. So depending on the price point, will really determine exactly the type of provider that you're getting your links from, and is it on a PBN or is it a true post that is receiving traffic that your link is getting placed into. So a niche edit and a link insertion are basically and are really the same thing, but the real definition that separates the two is a niche edit is generally a lot cheaper and it will be placed onto a PBN, and a link insertion is from white hat outreach where you say, hey, I've written a piece of content and I see that on your site you link to similar content, but my content is better, so could I get a link insertion? Generally, these will run the price variations. I've gotten link insertions for $10. I've gotten for $20. I've even paid up to $50. Moving on, let's talk about something that's very popular. I perhaps may not have covered it in this video because it's not something that I use that often, but it's 301 redirect links. Now, I have had success with these in the past, and a 301 redirect link is generally, you'll find this for Huffington Post sites, for Forbes links, for your higher tier types of backlinks that you want to receive. I've noticed that people are adding you to a 301 redirect link, so you'll end up getting a link in your of these 301 redirect links. Now, sponsored posts, this is something that I truly love to use, but it's for a particular type. So a sponsored post is when it's exactly what it sounds like. You are paying X amount of monetary dollars to receive a link, and generally the types that I like to get sponsored on are for EDU sites. So sponsored links, again, could be in a sponsored section or a contributor section. And if you're going to go after these, generally what I do is I like to support schools, higher tier schools, if you can. And this would be your sponsored listings. All right, you'll come up in the contributors or the sponsors, but generally, if you're going to get these, I'd go after the EDUs. Now, moving on into a guest post, I should not have to really explain what a guest post is, but a guest post is when you have a higher authority site that allows you to submit content, so you're giving them content in exchange for a link. Now, generally, your links will be found at the bottom of the post. It's blatantly obvious, and this is still effective, but if your whole link profile is made up of nothing but guest posts, you could really run into a serious problem. Now, something that I talked about quite frequently inside of my 6-week plan, because at the end of the day, the types of links that I like to build, there's really only 3 kinds. So I'll cover those right now so we can wrap this all up. The very first thing that I like to build is I love press releases. Press releases come from reputable sources. Now, a press release, this is where you have news sites that will post something that you have done for your website. Say you have an updated link menu. Say that you have a new banner. Say that you have just released your website. I mean, really, what I'm getting at is it could be anything, right? Anything that has been done on your site, you can create a press release. Now, there's numerous services out there that will literally submit your links to hundreds of sites, 100, 200 sites of reputable, high authoritative websites for a small fee. Now, this fee can run anywhere between $200 and $700, $800, but you always get what you pay for in SEO. SEO is no longer a cheap thing. It is no longer something that you could just toss a little bit of milk money at and end up ranking. It does not work that way any longer. So that's a press release. The next piece that I really like to use is your PBNs. Now, in my 60-day strategy, I talk about 2 things, and this is a question that has came up. What is a low-tier PBN? Now, I might call and classify a link something that the rest of the industry or other people that maybe you speak to call it, because I come up with my own things. I have my own thoughts, right? And I'm sure you do too. So I call a low-tier PBN is something that's cheap. Now, this is how PBNs generally work when you're dealing with a cheap provider. You'll get a cheap link. That could be $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20, right? Up to $20 generally. And this is how it works. You'll get a homepage link, and within 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, sometimes a week, they'll move your page to an inner page of the website. So you'll get that immediate bump, that boost, boop, shoot you up, and then all of a sudden it'll dwindle off, but the link will still remain. So you'll get the homepage link and then it's moved to an inner page. This is a low tier PBN. Now let's talk about rentals. Now, rentals are absolutely wonderful, and I have seen prices really range. You can really pay a hefty price for a permanent homepage link. That is a link rental. It's a permanent homepage link that you pay for on a monthly basis. Prices range from $3 and $5 a month to $10 to $20 to $100 to $200 to $300 a month, depending on those referring domains. So that is a link rental. It's something where you are paying to have your link on the homepage, and this is on a monthly basis. Unlike a low-tier PBN where your link is placed on the homepage and then moved to an inner page, and then also the low tiers may even just put you directly into an inner page to give you a guest post. It's usually set up like a magazine site or something along those lines, where your site is mixed with all different types of niches. And that's going to bring me into other types of links that I don't mention inside of my plan. Inside of my plan, I talk about low-tier PBNs, like I mentioned. I talk about rentals, press releases, and citations. Citations, generally, you don't receive a backlink, but if you can, it's always smart to, and make sure that those are branded. So let's talk about a few other things. We've talked about niche edits. We've talked about low-tier PBNs, PBN rentals. We know what a regular PBN is. To me, that's still a low tier. We talked about 301 redirects. We talked about guest posting. You have your things that should not be used or maybe used to a smaller degree. I would only use these types of links to either pass power through or to receive traffic. And those types of links are your comment backlinks. Your comment links really should only be used, in my opinion, to get things either indexed, or you can use comment links to get traffic. You can use and leave relevant comments on other people's sites that actually provide value to receive some traction, some traffic to your website, but more so sometimes I use comments to index other backlinks. Now, moving on to a Web 2.0. A Web 2.0 is just a series of properties that you would create. I hope I don't really have to get into that, but that could be WordPress, that could be Tumblr, really any site that's out there that anybody could just go and put up a site and then link back to their website. This type of link is really just used to pass and funnel power through. I have covered press releases, and then the last piece that I like to use to pass power through is your profile links. Now, this is where you go to a high authoritative website like I'm going to show you in a few minutes, because I said if you stayed until the end, I would show a list of 50 links that you can go and acquire that are high DA. So that's coming up here in a minute. If you create these profiles, generally you create the profiles and then you'll go and get them indexed. That could be with comments, that could be with your automated tool, but you want to get them indexed. Once they're indexed, then you could start pushing power through these links, and that's what a profile link is used for. Now, I'm pretty sure I covered everything that I went through in my 60-day strategy. I hope that this backlink video has helped you. If this video has helped you, please let me know. If you have a question, always feel free to leave it in the comments below. But let me go ahead and share with you a link list of 50 links that was shared with me. That way everyone can get a good look here. This was shared with me. I wanted to push it forward so you could see it. And I hope that you have found benefit in this backlink link building video, the different types of backlinks, and what is a backlink, what are the different types. I hope that this has provided value for you. I hope that it has helped you. And this should wrap up the rest of the links. My name is Chris Palmer. If you have questions, leave them in the comments below. Anything. Digital marketing, Facebook ads, local SEO, SEO, GMB SEO, link building, backlinks, link building strategies, really anything at all. Leave it in the comments below, and I look forward to seeing you in the next What is a Backlink video. Have a wonderful day.